Hello everybody, my name is Krepler, and today I will be making a semi-sequel to an old video I made, which was making a Minecraft mod in 1 hour. I'll be using another one of my skills, which is making a Minecraft base in 1 hour. I hope you enjoy! So we're starting off this time-lapse with me choosing the color palette. So I decided to go with a blue terracotta and a little bit of accent in there of smooth stone slabs. And just smooth stone, and also some, what's it called, sandstone, and sandstone, like, walls as accents. So you can see me here starting off by creating a giant blue terracotta block. It's actually light blue terracotta, but I like the look of this. It's like, I don't know, I guess some people don't really like it, but I like it. It looks good. And I ended up building a giant block of this, and then gonna put a rim of sandstone around the bottom. This is like a little thing that I like doing with some of my like more fancy builds. Is I put like a ring of maybe sandstone or stone bricks around the bottom, and end up like indenting really like expensive blocks in there. Like you'll see here, yeah, put some gold in there, and yeah, pretty much just gold in there. Then I ended up like moving that onto the top because it looked a little too thin where the gold was because of the slabs I used. So I decided to just fill in those top areas with complete slabs. And here's me putting in the gold on the left side. Yeah, left side. And then I ended up connecting these little pillars together with slabs to make it look like a nice pretty little arch. Then here, that was a little annoying because the gold was trying to underground. So I decided to like just leave it there. Had to like squish it a little. I added in 4 windows. Yeah, 4 windows on the first floor, and then 4 on the top floor, I think. Yeah. 2 on the front, and then 1 on each right and left side. Then I like whenever I'm building like a like 2-story building, I like adding a little like decorative rim around it. I don't really know what how would you describe it, but like you just saw me build it there with some walls like poking out. It like shows a little support structure that the second story can be built on top of. Then we move on to the second story itself, which I decided to use some stone bricks and a mix of quartz in there because not stone bricks, normal bricks and a mix of quartz in there because I like the like contrast, I guess, of the red and white. I ended up doing something really annoying here. I put them off center, but didn't realize until I built both windows. So that was frustrating. See me here, like zooming out a couple times to check it, and it looked fine from the outside. Then when I put in this wall, I realized it's off center. So that was very, very annoying. So I just decided to move over the leftmost one so that there was a 2-block gap in the center instead of 1 block. Because, I mean, why not? You can see I started a little bit on the roof, but I'll get back to that later. Here, I didn't really know what to do for these windows. I wanted to put like a decorative pattern on the bottom, but I didn't really like it. So, just got rid of that. Thinking of dividing them into 2 windows, but just got rid of it and put it there. Then I ended up shrinking down the like height of this window and all of these windows just because it like didn't really match with the front windows, and I didn't want the side windows to look weirder because if you're going to have bigger windows, I'd recommend putting them on the front because normally in your buildings the front is going to be where people are well approaching it, so you want your like bigger, what was that? I don't know what that beep was. Or you want some sort of like bigger, more visible, like fancier looking stuff on the front, so that basically more imposing things on the front, so that people get impressed by your building when they're approaching it. So that's why you throw stuff in the back. Or you do what I did here, just not have a back and build into the side of a giant like mountain. Which this is on the world that I normally build just random things like the world. I did a world tour of it a little while ago. Check out the video up in the corner. iCard. Ruining myself. Okay. Also maybe you know, so click the little red button. You know, there's one of those down in the bottom. Yeah. It says sub and then a scribe next to it. Yeah, it's pretty rare to find. Sometimes it appears. Maybe go check to see if it appeared there. Okay, that was terrible self-promotion. Okay, then here I decided to do a cyan roof and want to add some detail into it because I normally don't do that. But I said, why not do it here to show off my building prowess? I'm not that good at building. Better than my brother, because, well, no, I'm not actually. He puts a lot more detail, like, into the stories of his builds. I build the build, then add the story. So, different processes, different styles. So, yeah. He's on. Why am I talking about Riley? Okay, so I thought of putting in some normal Prismarine here, but decided not to, because if you didn't know, Prismarine actually has a animated texture. It actually will change over time, slightly, hues. It'll go from more of a cyany hue to more of a, like, bright bluey hue. Then I didn't really like the corners of the transition state, so I decided to add, like, just cut them out, I guess. Now here, this is a good tip if you are building anything. Just instead of using World Edit, if you don't have World Edit, use just commands. Also, give yourself night vision while you're building, unless you're doing stuff with light, because if you're building at night, that's just going to be annoying. So you want to do that. Then also here, I decided to use some glass blocks, just classic glass, because I actually liked the old glass texture, so I actually made my own texture pack with that. So that's my own glass texture there. It's more similar to the old one, but it has like a transparent center, so using Optifine, so that's nice. Then I decided to go with a green wall with white quartz trim on the bottom. It's like I'm describing a cake or something. So the walls, they look like they have wallpaper on there. And normally I don't do too thick walls. I normally do the walls are just whatever the exterior walls are. But I decided to do two thick walls here because, I mean, why not? I'm trying out new things here. So then I didn't really know what to do with the roof. So I ended up deciding to make it just gray concrete and with accents of dark oak. Whenever I don't really have like an idea, I just kind of look through the general like area of hold on, I have to sneeze. Okay, I probably cut that out. But I generally look through like the general block list to find like just look at some blocks and see which ones match. And I like this combo, so also I got a little annoyed that there was a 2-block instead of a 4-block or 1-block center in this build, so that was annoying. Yeah, so I just decided to add 2 lanterns in the center because we need light, but I put them a little too low originally, so I raised those up. Then here we have, I like this design, making it look like sort of a fireplace, like, you know how in Harry Potter they like go into the fireplace and get teleported to diagonally, I can't say that, I'm not gonna even try anymore. But you know how they do that and like get teleported over there. So I think like having this elevator look kind of like a fireplace is kind of like a reference to that. So I decided to do that here and ended up flooding the upstairs because water elevators. And I hate the water mechanics in this. I just randomly paused there. But spruce doors. Spruce doors are my second favorite type of door, I think. No, I'm trying to remember what the other doors look like. I'd say spruce doors are one of my favorites. They just look like a log cabin, and they can be used in a lot of builds. Like the dark oak doors, not wars, doors. The dark oak doors look a lot more like a door of a normal, like modern day building you would see. So I'd use those in any modern builds that I do, like a house, modern house maybe, with a lot of white concrete in there. But for most like not really realistic builds, I just use spruce doors. So there I decided to go with deep slate tiles because I have not used these actually in any of my more modern builds. even though they've been out for like 2 updates, and almost they're going to be out for 3 once the, what's it called? Wild update comes out. But I just added a Blackstone trim. I actually hate Blackstone. I think it's too messy of a texture, and you can't really use it for much. Well, I can't. I know there are tons of people out there who are really, really good at using that texture, but I just don't like it. It just isn't what I wanted from a black brick. Here I'm just adding a roof. I originally was going to go with my favorite lamp, which is sea lanterns, but no, they look terrible. They look terrible en masse. So I just went with glowstone because it kind of merges together. I don't get why some people don't like glowstone. I like it. It looks fine. Then I made like a little couch that you can not really see anything when you're looking out of, but it's a couch still. Now here I didn't really know what to do, so I decided to finish up the elevator and kind of get stuck inside there for a little bit. Oh, there we go. Now I got out. So now here I'm adding black walls just because I didn't really know what to do. So it's just a black void. Then I add the elevator, the actual elevators, and then an exit because you need one of those if you're trying to make a survival friendly base. You're not just going to be smashing through your window every time you want to come in. Well, maybe you are. I mean, I'm not judging. You can smash through your windows. I do it with some of my builds, like on Daftcraft. Then, what was I thinking of? Oh yeah, paintings. I decided to add some paintings in here to make it look nice. It's really annoying. You guys should be really glad that I sped this up. Actually, I'm surprised how slow it's actually sped up. Most of my time lapses are sped up to like 20 times speed, because that's just how long they are. But this one, no, it's only 4 times speed. Not that long. So then here we ended up. Did I just refer to myself in Okay, here I ended up building a bed with my favorite type of bed, the red bed, because I've been playing Minecraft for that long that I'm used to the red bed being the only bed. Then I decided to add lights on the outside because I turned off my night vision so I could actually do proper lighting. Then added more lights to the upstairs, a little hanging lantern. That ended up being a little painting like thing. My favorite painting came up second time, I think. Yeah, second try. Favorite painting came up. And that is the, what's it called? The sunset painting. I don't know what it's actually called, but I also had a little wither painting up there with a wither skull, because I thought that would be funny to have a wither painting with a wither skull. So then, I had like a little workbench here for whoever lives here can do their work things. And, oh yeah, you always need an enchantment table to get you your stuff. So, added that. Then I don't really know what I did for the rest of here. I added a fence gates as a door so that no mobs could get in. Even though I'm playing on peaceful, but that's just because, yeah, easy to do builds when you don't have zombies walking into your room. Then I added like a little desk up here, just like a little imaginary thing. Green, like, chair, because I never use green wool as a chair. I almost always use red wool because it's the most like inviting red wool is in Minecraft. But that gives off the classic feel of Minecraft. Red wool and and oak. Red and oak give off like the classic feel. And the old glass texture. That's why I have all of those things in there. But then I ended up adding pressure plates, which kind of removes the purpose of the fence gates because, yeah, they then end up being like kind of useless because mobs can just waltz in. Then here I just decided to add little like entrances there, and then just doing corner cleaning up and finishing up some loose ends. I never really settled on an idea for the rim. I wasn't really ever happy with it, but I think I am now. It looks nice. I had to balance it out more with the smoothed off corners. Then here I tried to make Well, first off, I misspelled the word diamond, and then tried to make a beacon in the roof. I don't know why it didn't work. Actually, I do now looking at it in retrospect. I think it was kind of just, like, trying to hurry it along. But yeah, I see why it didn't work now. Because I didn't do the pyramid right. So I was thinking of, is there anything else I can do? No, just gonna wait through these last seconds. Tour time! Okay, so we start off with a staircase that goes up to this build. Let me just give you a good look at the exterior here. I kind of improv this design completely. Like, it looks like a face, and like a mouth there, and two eyes, then another set of eyes, and like a smiley, sort of mustachy face there. But, so when you come on here, you have these pressure plates, which open up your little doors, and you come into the main area, which has a nice, one of my favorite combos of blocks, which is gray concrete and dark oak slabs. Kind of contrasty, but they look good. Then here we have a storage, which is completely empty if you want to use that. We have our enchantment setup. Don't know how powerful of enchantments you can get from this, but you can get some okay enchantments. You got your anvil and grindstone. Then here we have our furnace setup, blast furnace, normal furnace, crafting table, and upgrade smithing table. And then just like nice paintings and decorations. Then on the second level, we got this bubble elevator, which kind of looks like a little like fireplace. You got more paintings up there of the wither and a wither skull. We have here a little desk with like a beacon and jukebox. If you saw in the time lapse, I tried to put a beacon on top of this, but it didn't really work out that well. You can sit here and read a book or something. Got your bed here. You can sleep. See all the commands that I use to try to speed up the building process. That's something that I recommend doing if you're trying to build something big, is use commands to basically do what World Edit does, but vanilla. Then we got like large chest there. Sofa, so you can admire the terrible view from these windows. You can barely make out over there. Another painting, like nice little display thing there. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire build. There's not much you can do in an hour. So I am fairly proud of this. I might try this with World Edit, just because if you might have seen, I kind of naturally did the // commands, because I'm used to using World Edit. But we've got nice like details on the walls, a cyan roof that's been detailed with warped and warped stuff and cyan like concrete and wool. Then you got a nice sandstone base with some like gold indents in there, and that's pretty much the entire build. Nice little pathway leading up to it out of spruce. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Krepler. Goodbye!